In this one, I'm here to, I guess, tell you how everything that you do, whether you know it or not, is subconsciously for, women. You may not know, but everything that you do, behavior wise, whether, you getting your finances in order, you going to the gym, you building social skills and networking and stuff like that, whether you know it or not, you kind of subconsciously doing it to, I guess, quote unquote, get access to a better partner, if that makes sense. Because not many people, notice it, but I guess had it kind of easy in terms of, finding partners and stuff like that. If you notice, a lot become complacent because everything that they had in terms of like their needs was fulfilled. But for a lot of people, which most people are average, it's not that easy. So a lot of people don't even realize, like when you go into the gym, when you are, putting yourself through school, in a trade or something like that, yeah, survival is number one basis. Being able to take care of yourself is number one basis. But when people get ambitious and want to make more and want to, have more things, under their name, a lot of it subconsciously is to signal, not even signal, but like it shows where you are in comparison to other people. So you don't know that you're doing it. But when you ask most people, why do they want to make this amount of money? Or why do they want to, have this status? When you hear people's answers, most of the time is, relate around some type of status symbol or some type of way where they want to flaunt it in front of other people to show their place in the hierarchy, to show where they set up. So basically, in comparison to other men, where they are. And you don't know that you're doing it, but it's subconscious. If you ask or listen to a lot of people's answers, a lot of it is not from, personal fulfillment, like, oh, that's what I want to be, or that's what I, want to do. A lot of it is comparison answers, because naturally, like, that's what we move off of. We move off comparative answers. But anyway, back to the original point, yeah, a lot of it is for women. There's no really other way around it. Look at anybody around you and look at what they do, and then look how they act or what their goals entail. We know as guys that a lot of our value in society is attributed to our finances. If you're a guy and you don't have, your financial situation isn't the best, you know that you're looked down on. Basically, a lot of society. Women, it's kind of the opposite for them. Society will base their value off of their beauty. Women kind of will subconsciously do things for men. But back to the original point, as a man, your finances are tied to, kind of where you sit in society. And so subconsciously, dudes know this, which is why it's such a huge emphasis on building finances, not even becoming financially stable, but separating yourself financially from other guys. Really, why guys do it, they do it to kind of show a status symbol. But why do they show that status symbol? Because it helps them in social interactions, and it helps them in terms of, dating life and stuff like that. It helps how other people perceive them. So subconsciously, a lot of people don't know why they're doing it, but I've already talked into, the number one point, which was money, which kind of ties into number two, which is status. But I'll kind of go by number three, your physique and, how you are in the gym. The reason that is kind of subconscious in a sense is because you don't lift weights to get complimented by other dudes. That's not why guys go to the gym. Most dudes go to the gym to build a healthy physique, healthy body, but also to look attractive. You're not going to the gym. You want to see what your boys say now that you got an 8-pack. That's not why you're going to the gym. And honestly, for health reasons, you're not going to the gym for no 8-pack. You going to the gym to get an 8-pack so you can walk your ass out there on the beach. For who? Exactly. That's why. If you're not in like some bodybuilding competition or some, muscle head type of competition or something like that, you're building for aesthetics. You honestly are building for aesthetics. And there's a, lifting to look the physical part, to look physically attractive. That subconsciously is for, women, whether you realize it or not. But a lot of people, I guess, try to denounce it. But honestly, if you really look at it, can you really, I guess, come to the conclusion that that's not what it's for? Besides, the health aspects, that's not what it's for. So all this to say, like, it's never and I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty, I guess, all over the place video, but trying to fit together psychology aspects as to why that is. I guess to get to the conclusion of this, you know, a lot of things, or not even a lot of things, most things that you do subconsciously is for, you know, attention of the other sex. Like that's subconsciously what is going on. So yeah, this video was kind of I guess all over the place, but it'll be, I guess, easier topics to cover on, and you know, in next videos and stuff like that, and maybe I'll be able to piece this together a little bit better, you know, in a part 2 or something. I guess try to break down into more connecting aspects as to why that is. But yeah, that's it.